Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you. Whose kiss? What kiss? God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use J. Edward Neal's Fearless Familiars. You can find this at shadowartfinds.com. He also has an Etsy shop. Y'all, one on the table, two on the table. I might not do tarot today. I'm not going to lie. I don't know that I'm feeling it. I brought out the new Rob Barthelman deck that I got, the Almanac. I played with it for a little bit. I did my little prayer. I did crystals with it. It's sitting over here with some selenite. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do tarot today. I don't know. I might wait a while and see. Of course, I feel like if I wait a while, then I just won't. Was that funny? Was that not funny? We got 5 on the table. I'm going to do 2 more shuffles. 6 on the table. 7 on the table. 8 with bottom of the deck. We've got the Sacrifice, Sleepless, Silence, the Flame, Bliss, Fearless, the Gatekeeper, and the Untouchable. Bottom of the deck. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Okay, why is it? I didn't really look at the cards when they fell out. They just all fell out. And as I'm straightening them to the way I always straighten them, let me show you. If I can kind of show you. I got 2. Sorry, probably would help if I did it more like this. You still kind of can't see. But like 2 levels here. 8 cards. 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. Anywho, it's not until I'm reading them to you guys that I realize what this is. Again, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. I might need my water for this because I think I'm going to laugh a little bit. I know I already did, but who is this? Okay, let me paint you a picture here. These first 4 cards could be you or someone else. The last 4 cards, the bottom 4 cards, could be you or someone else. What I'm picturing is these top 4 cards, the Sacrifice, Sleepless, Silence, and the Flame, are somebody else watching you. This is how they are. This is how you might see them. Okay? The bottom 4 cards, Bliss, Fearless, the Gatekeeper, the Untouchable. This is your energy. And this is how that person sees you. It gives like a no contact situation, but there could be contact. This could be a friend. It could be a lover. It could be a past lover. It could be a family member. It could be anybody. But like somebody feels like they were sacrificed. Like their friendship wasn't good enough. They weren't fit to be your significant other, your lover. You disown them as a family member. I don't know. Like, they feel like they were sacrificed. This person has a lot of sleepless nights. This person experiences a lot of silence, self-imposed, I believe. The flame gives me a couple different things. Again, this could be an ex-lover, okay? Or a lover, current. It gives me that this person thinks of you as their flame, like, as, even if you're not with this person, like, this is someone that would want to be with you. Like, the love for you has not died. It's still there. The flame still burns, right? This person is looking at you and they're like, what the because you're happy, you're fearless, you're protecting your energy with the gatekeeper, and you're untouchable. Like, this person feels like they can't come near you. Did you cut the cord? What did you do? Is this me? Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna say this. If this is me, then God's doing his job, because I can honestly say, I talked about this, I think like 2 weeks ago, I talked about my cut the cord list. I used to have like 20 names on my cut the cord list. I had like 20 names of people that I was cutting the cord from every single day. Now I have 5. There's one man on there. The rest are women. And they're all friends. They're all friends. Ex-friends. Women that I just don't want in my energy. They can go find their own energy, which will probably be pretty hard for all of them because I have none. But there's one guy on my list, and he's a relative, okay? And I just don't want him in my energy for specific reasons. I love him dearly. I love him dearly. I don't want him in my energy. And I see him every once in a while. I don't want him taking any part of me home with him. So, like, for me, this is not like, if this were me, right? Like, if I were to say, okay, this resonates, it's me. Whoever this person is, God's doing their job, because I do not have anybody on that list that's like an old flame, an old lover, an old love interest. I don't have the guy that I fell in love with last year. I don't have the guy from 2023. I don't have my ex-husband on. Like, literally no other guy is on my list. And no women that I've been interested in the past either. No women. So if this is how this person feels about me, like that I'm protecting my energy and they can't come near me, that's God doing their job. That's my angels doing their job. My ancestors, my dearly departed loved ones, right? Think about it. If this resonates for you, think about it. Are you cutting the cord from someone? Do you have someone's name on your list? Because someone feels this way about you. And I cannot. Someone is looking at you thinking, oh my God, why are you so fucking happy? Why are you out there living your life without fear? And I'm over here and I can't sleep. And I'm giving myself the silent treatment. Like, and it gives the energy of somebody being like, why am I sacrificing? And you're over here living the good life, right? Let me just say this. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. This is kind of, don't get me wrong, this is good. I like this. It's not new, but it's a little different. It's a little more interesting. I'll tell you that. This person is like, why am I sacrificing and you're over there living the good life? The thing is that's what karma is. Karma isn't always necessarily like horrible things happening to people and people losing a shit ton of money. Sometimes karma is you being made to sit still and watch the person that you gave up, the person that you denied, the person that you said you didn't love, live their life in beauty, in undisturbed, untouched beauty. Sometimes that's the karma. And that's what it gives. That's what it gives. Like someone is like being made to watch somebody else, but they're not getting it. That's the thing. Like they're not getting it. And this, whoever this person is, like they're not giving off like horribly bad energy or anything like that. Like they don't seem like a total asshat or anything like that. It's just like whoever they are not understanding why they are where they are and you are where you are. And I will always say this, I will always say this: everybody gets karma, right? Just because that person is living that way and you look like you're living this way, it doesn't mean you don't get karma. You know, I get karma, you get karma, we all get karma. I think what people fail to realize is that certain people deal with these things in different ways. I recently had a situation come up where, and I can't remember if I told you guys this or not. I probably would have said something like last week or over the weekend, but I had a situation come up where I went to God and I asked for justice. I asked for judgment on a situation. It didn't really involve me, other than I was a bystander, and got to see something like after the fact. But I called judgment in a situation, which I very rarely do, especially when I'm not involved. I don't usually do that. But it just seemed very unjust to me. So I talked to God about it and I asked him to please give karma where it is due and give justice to the person that was unjustly accused of something. If, right? Because again, I don't know everything. If they were unjustly accused. And when I asked for this judgment, I also said I too will take on the karma that I deserve, because it's not my job to dole out karma. I've said before, I definitely feel like I can ask. I can ask for that. I can manifest for that. That's their job. That's God's job. That's not my job to give that out. Knowing that full well, I'm more than willing to take on karma to see justice be due where it should be done, honestly. So I don't ever think that I'm innocent in anything, right? Like I didn't really have technically that right to ask that, but I did, and I don't regret it. And again, I would take on any karma God would want to give me for that. I just wanted something to be looked at, and I wanted something to be seen for what it is: a situation, certain people, and I wanted something to be done about it. Again, it does not involve me. I was just kind of like a bystander after the fact. The thing was is the situation was very upsetting. It was very upsetting for a lot of people that I know. And I just thought, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm going to have a conversation. And I did. And that's what I asked for. And again, I have no problem taking on karma if it means that somebody is going to see the justice that they deserve. Whether you consider that a sacrifice or not, it doesn't matter. That's how I roll. So just because this person thinks that they're making a sacrifice doesn't mean that this person down here doesn't make sacrifices. It doesn't mean that this person is living the dream, right? Somebody just looks at them and thinks that they're living the dream. And then again, maybe they are. Then again, when you're right in a situation, maybe that is going to carry over into the rest of your life, right? Bliss, fearless, the gatekeeper, the untouchable. I've also said before that you usually can tell when you're right in a situation or not because you're the one that keeps moving. You're the one that keeps moving forward. You're the one that keeps working. You're the one that keeps creating for yourself, right? You're the one that keeps healing. When people sit in anger, stagnancy, jealousy, envy, hatred, those are people that are not moving. Those are people that are not growing. They're not healing. They're just sitting there. Even this person, sleepless, silence, the flame, the sacrifice. This person is just sitting there. Why are they just sitting there? What did they do wrong, if anything? Why are they made to sit and watch this other person be fearless, live happily, guard their energy, be completely unreachable by them? Think about it. If anything, this person sacrificed themselves. If anything, there must have been some type of situation between these two people where this person was on the wrong side of judgment and this person got their judgment and this is the judgment. You get to sit and watch someone else be happy because you either did not act or you did act, right? It could be either or. And that's their sacrifice. That's their judgment. And whatever went on between these two people, I mean, again, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a friend. It could be a family member, a coworker, a neighbor. It doesn't matter. But whatever happened, it is definitely giving that whoever that person is, they did something wrong. And whoever this person is, they're the ones that are seeing justice. And their justice is to live their life. And sometimes that's all there is. Sometimes that's the karma. It's just that simple. I know it's crazy. I know sometimes it seems so crazy, but it sometimes is really just that simple. And I'm going to say this too. Like me being in the situations that I've been in the last 6 months, last year, right? With some of my friends at work and the guy I was in love with at work, could they be looking at me and seeing me happy and fearless and protecting my energy and like they can't come towards me? Yes, of course they could be looking at me like that. Do I look at them like that? Sure. Sometimes. Karma goes hand in hand. Karma goes on both sides. So just because someone else could be looking at me like, "Oh my god, like look at them live their life. Why are they doing all this stuff without me?" It doesn't mean that I don't look at that person and say the same thing. Like, "Oh, look at them. They went on vacation or they bought that bicycle or they created that painting. Like, damn, and I wasn't there for it." Karma is always on both sides. Always. The thing is do you have the mental capacity, the intellect to recognize that it's on both sides? Because that's the thing. Whoever this person is, they very much give like they don't have that capacity. Like they're not growing, they're not healing, they're not changing, they're not evolving. I've told you guys before, one of the I don't know how to say it, like one of the greatest epiphany moments that you can have is when you recognize who you are in a situation. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? We've talked about this a million times in the last 2 years. We've talked about this. Accountability, no accountability. Action, inaction. For the people that can recognize when they're in the wrong, when they fucked up, yeah, they're going to see karma, sure. But they also get to live in that knowledge that me realizing I was the wrong one in the situation and I need to figure out how to fix. I might not be able to fix this situation, but the next time something arises, I need to not be that person. That is growth. That is abundance. That is like anything and everything you could ever wish for. That is, for some, that is actually mind-blowing, you know? Because there are a lot of people out there that are very one-sided, very one-minded. Like, I'm perfect. I can't do anything wrong. Everybody fucks me over. I'm a victim, da 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 da. And the thing is I think as humans, we tend to go there first, right? We tend to be like, well, they fucked me over. They did this to me, blah, 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 blah. But when you sit with it for a while and you really think about it, and you take a look at a situation from all angles, you can really see your true part in it and where you stand, right? Some people just can't do that. Some people will never be able to do that, ever, ever. And it's funny because I told you guys that last year I wrote that text to my two friends at work. And, I apologized and, I said I had fucked up and I did all this stuff. And the one wanted to talk to me and the one did not. And that is fully within her right not to want to talk to me. And don't get me wrong, like that's part of my karma, right? Like, she doesn't want to talk to me. That's part of my karma. That I lost a friend. I lost a good friend. The question is, or I should say, I hope on her side she recognizes her part. I hope on her side she takes accountability for all of her action and inaction, because that whole situation, she was no angel. She was no victim. Goes hand in hand, right? I don't think this person is there yet. I think this person is watching another person, not really understanding why they're living their best life, and they're sitting here. I can't. What is the phrase? You can bring a, what is it? You can bring a, what is it? You can bring something to water. What is it? Not a dog, right? You can bring a dog to water. Whatever. You can bring an animal to water, but you can't make him drink it, right? I feel like that way with my cat Bubbles. I can turn on the water faucet for him, but I can't make him drink it. He loves to drink out of the water faucet. At least he's drinking water. It's hopefully going to help him with his kidney disease. Hopefully. He needs more water. Anyway. Oh, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, right? It's a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's horse. Pretty sure it's horse. I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again and talk more shit about my own life. And nobody wants to hear that. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates or not. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody is enjoying their Wednesday. And I will talk to you later. Bye.